Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name's Monica, and in today's video, it's a vlog. I'm going to be reading monster romances. So, I am not a monster romance girly. Don't mind my red eyes. These down where I'm living, the pollen is horrible. I've been suffering from allergies. Okay. So I asked on Sunday, I have actually finished everything. I forgot to do an intro, so I'm going to do an intro and an outro, so oops, okay. Because I had Hoarded by the Dragon by Lillian Lark on audio, and I needed to get it read. And so I wanted a couple of ideas, so I asked Sunday night for ideas, and Christi from Christi Reads a Lot and Beck from Becs Reads, they gave me a couple ideas. I ended up choosing, because I actually had that one, the Seem Nakasa book that I ended up choosing was To Ravish a Rogue, because I had that one out on Hoopla, and the other one was The Orc from The Office, because I could actually get that out on Hoopla. The other one, ooh, my eyes itch. The other ones that were suggested were either really, really long, because I didn't want to do another long book, because the Hoarded by the Dragon is over 11 hours long, or they were by Seem Nakasta, and I didn't want to do another Seem Nakasta book since I already had one out, or it wasn't even out yet, so I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get this vlog going because I really wanted to read Dragon Shifter stuff, so that's what I did. Anyway, so there is no B-roll, and I keep talking about that, but I couldn't do B-roll. I really went through this very quickly, so you'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoy some of this, because I don't usually read monster smut, but I decided to read monster smut. So I hope you enjoy this vlog.
Good morning. It is Monday morning, and it is a teacher work day, so I am going in a little later than I normally would, so it's light out, woohoo, and I got to sleep in a little bit. And my allergy's still up. You can't see it, but the pollen is like all over the place. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I am halfway through To Ravish a Rogue by Seem Nakasta. And it reminds me of Gentle Rogue by Johanna Lindsay, because there's a lot of similarities there where she needs to get home. The heroine needs to get home. They come to a sort of an arrangement where they both are attracted to each other. The hero and heroine are attracted to each other. They circle around each other before they give in to their attraction. There's a lot of banter, and it was the same way. Like, it really reminds me of Gentle Rogue, and I read that one last month, so it's really fresh in my mind. So I'm like, oh, this reminds me, this is like the monster version of Gentle Rogue, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this. So absolutely, this was a good one for me to get. Now I don't know what creature she is. I think he's like a sea monster or something. That's what I think he is. And he's a pirate, and we saw him do a little bit of piratey things where they battled someone who was trying to take his ship, which was pretty fun. But this is not a carbon copy of Gentle Rogue. There's distinct differences, obviously, but Lady Charlotte needs to get to Atlantis to help her sister, and no one would take her as a concubine, so she dressed up as a cabin boy and went by Charlie. But the captain, he knew right away that she was a girl, and so he would parade around and do little things to needle her, like our dear Captain James. His name's Larian in this one. And yeah, it feels very similar, except that not in Gentle Rogue you didn't get that fight scene with with the pirates, which was kind of fun to see in this one. They had that fight scene with the pirates. You didn't get that one in Gentle Rogue. So I'm sorry if I'm thinking, because it reminds me of it. That's why it reminds me of it. That's why I'm like, Anyway, I'm glad that I ended up with this one, because I had taken this one out of my library app before I had decided to do this type of vlog, because I don't usually do monsters, and like monsters, I mean, yeah, you're never gonna get me to do Ensnared. Well, no, I'm not doing Ensnared, but I will do this one, and I'm really enjoying this one. I love their banter back and forth, and I'm loving the romance. I don't know what she is yet, but she's got teeth. I know she's got teeth, so I'm excited to see where this is going. Anyway, I am off to work.
Hey guys, so it's nighttime, so don't mind the lighting. I don't feel like turning on lights and stuff. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. So we had a teacher work day today, as I had said, and I had finished To Ravish a Rogue. I also had listened to all of the orc from The Office, and I have started Hoarded by the Dragon. Okay, so To Ravish a Rogue. It really felt like Gentle Rogue by, well, the first part of it did, but then you get the monster part. In that one scene, oh my gosh, where they were in the water and they started getting down and dirty in the water, and then she has teeth, and he's like, what, a sea dragon? She has teeth, and he has two, he has two cocks, and she, what she does. Anyway, I was like, oh boy. Yeah. That was interesting. That was like the monster version of a bodice ripper. It was a lot of fun. Would I read Seem Nakas again? I don't know. But that one was a lot of fun. I'm giving it 4 stars because I had a lot of fun reading it. It was a good time. I didn't particularly love how the ending played out, but that was just me thing, I think. And then the orc at the office. This is a monster office romance, which again is, listen, I am not a monster romance person, so this is me getting out of my comfort zone. He's a cinnamon hero, but I love Kent. He's a cinnamon hero. I love how he's made it to her by accident, because she accidentally punches him in the nose and gives him a nosebleed, and it was kind of funny. I'm giving that one 4 stars. It was just a quick, fun read. I was able to get that off my hoopla. I got that rec from Christi Reads a Lot. It was just a lot of fun. Not taking that one seriously either, but it was fun. Now I'm on to Hoarded by the Dragon, and that one has nodding and breeding kink at the very beginning, and the dragon's like, mine, but and he calls her queen at the very beginning. I'm like, you're calling her queen when she's obviously a cat burglar going in there to steal from you, and you're calling her queen, and he nodded her. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna see how well this does. This is Lillian Lark. I heard good things about this one. So when I get to 50% or more and my family stops yelling at the top of their lungs, I'll update you some more, because my oldest sister was just here. She brought some bread because she makes sourdough bread, because she's all about making the starters. So I'm gonna eat some sourdough bread and relax and continue listening and continue to listen to Hoarded by the Dragon.
Hey guys, it is Tuesday morning and I am on my way to work. The allergies are no joke. Oh wow. I got up this morning had rinsed off my car from all the pollen yesterday, and it was completely blanketed with pollen this morning. I was like, oh, come on. So I am halfway through Hoarded by the Dragon, and he's still insisting that he's not going to keep her. They've grown closer. There's this intrigue type of a plot about where she came from, who her parentage is, and all this. And he takes care of her through this whole entire thing, because one of the things that, because she has a dragon inside of her, needs heat. So he's really stepped up, because he was reluctant at first because he didn't want to bond with her, and his dragon's like my mate, and he's like, no. So there's this, you have the man and you have the dragon, and they're kind of butting heads about this girl who's a witch. So, and then you have this side plot that's kind of like a mystery, which is interesting. So yeah, she was an orphan, and she ended up becoming a thief and a art forger to get by and make money. Anyway, it's hovering around 4 stars. It's getting a little, it needs to speed up a little bit. Like, it needs to speed up a little bit. I'm on chapter 24, like 24, 25, something like that. So far, it's good. But I told you I was going to talk to you when at the 50% mark, and this is the 50% mark. I am just been wearing black this whole entire time, but work shirt. Anyway, because we get to wear our school shirts, which our school shirts are black and blue. Anyway, yeah, I am going to go in and get myself some caffeine, because it's too freaking early in the morning for this, and I'm going to go to work, and then I'm gonna come home and continue listening, and hopefully I will get it done tonight, and I will wrap this up tonight or tomorrow, depending on when I can get this done. But like I said, it's good. It's just, it's a little long for what it is. I feel like we can wrap this up a little longer. We could have wrapped this up. Like, it needs to start going. It needs to start wrapping up, because like, I need the answers of what's going on with the mystery, because I don't need the whole entire step-by-step process of her pregnancy and stuff. Right now she's sitting there and she's emotional now, so I like I said, I don't need that whole thing, but we shall see. Anyway, that is my update, and when I am done, I will, like I said, no b-roll. I can't do b-roll this time. It's just, there's just too much going on. Maybe next time for a vlog, I might be able to do some b-roll. Okay, bye. Okay, so I just finished Hoarded by the Dragon by Lillian Lark. I'm gonna give 4.5 stars, and it's because I really enjoyed, I enjoyed Katerina Kalos. That's how you say his name. Listen, he kept calling her Little Queen at the very beginning. He called her Little Queen. I really liked that. I loved their dynamic. The whole thing was really, really well done. I enjoyed everything about that book except the length. I felt the length of that book, so I couldn't give it a whole 5 stars. It was a 4.5 stars. I mean, he had double stuff going on down below, because he's a dragon shifter, and they were mates, and she broke into his house when to steal something from him when he was in heat, and it was kind of breeding kink there for a little bit. So it was a lot of fun to read. It slowed down a little bit because of the length, and that was my issue. But the world was very rich. The character growth was very good.
I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the romance. I enjoyed everything about that book other than the length. I feel like it was a little too long, I think. But that's just me. So let's review. I read a To Ravish a Rogue by Simna Casa. It reminded me of a certain bodice ripper by Johanna Lindsay. You know, the one that I'm talking about from the Mallory Anderson series. Except that one didn't have monsters. And he was a retired pirate. Whereas our fearless captain, well, Larkin, I think his name was an actual pirate. And you had piratey stuff in this one. And he was a sea dragon with 2 stuff going on too. And our heroine had teeth who chomped down a little too hard on stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That was a fun book. I originally was going to give 3.5 stars. But I was sitting there just having a good time with it. And I was like, why am I giving it 3.5 stars? It's a 4-star. It's a 4-star. I think I was being overly judgmental. I'm giving it 4 stars. It was good. Then, the next one I read was The Orc from The Office by this author. I can't even remember her name. This one was recommended to me by Christi from Christi Reads a Lot. This one was accidental mating because I think she broke his nose and he started bleeding, and it threw a human and an orc into heat. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, it was interesting. I had fun with it. It was fun. One thing I learned when I was listening to that book was that with these type of books, you just need to go with it. You just need to go with it. Have no expectations. Just go for a good time. And that's what I did. I gave it 4 stars. It was a good time. It was fun. Kent was his name. He ended up being a cinnamon roll hero. An orc cinnamon roll hero. I'm pretty impressed by that one. So yeah, I enjoyed him. I enjoyed that story. That was fun. I also gave that 4 stars. And then Hearted by the Dragon, I gave it 4.5 stars. The only reason why it wasn't a 5 stars, it was a little too long for me. But other than that, I think this was a very successful monster romance vlog. I'm not going to be reading monster romance for a little bit. I think I'm a little bit, because I honestly did this in 2 days. Like, I started it on Monday morning and it's Tuesday night. So I read monster romance just over 24 hours. I guess it's a 24-hour monster romance vlog. I didn't quite mean to do it that way. It just sort of happened that way. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you've read these, let me know down below what your thoughts are. And if you made this far in this video, please leave me the purple devil emoji, since we're talking about monsters. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.